Well, hey, football fans, Christopher here, and it is Championship Sunday, Super Bowl style, 8U PeeWee football. The Buda Jags, with a record of 9 wins, 1 loss, taking on the New Braunfels Toros in the far side in the gray jerseys, white helmets, and they're a perfect 10-0. In fact, these two squared off game 1 of this season, and the Toros got the best of the Jags, 16-8, the final on that one. Captains at midfield. Number 1, Darren Brown, 0, Sarn Ball. Looks like Adriel's out there, Grady and Brody as well for the Jags. 10-minute running clock, as has been the case all year, and about a 80-degree day with a strong wind blowing right to left here at Rattler Stadium in San Marcos. Kickoff coming up next. Toros win the coin toss, choose to take the ball right out of the gate, and so Colby, number 18 for the Jags, will kick off. Everybody almost inside the hashes, and Colby will send this one right down the middle. Caught in the air by 17. Moving this way. Zeus, the first man down, slips the tackle, as well as the next one. And nobody tackling yet for the Jags, and finally wrapped up as he crosses midfield. So about 8-yard pickup on the return. Key players for the Toros offense, look for number 20 and number 21. Quarterback number 0 and 89 is the tight end here to the near side. It's a slot T look, 0 under center for the Toros. First down inside of Jags territory. Toss sweep and a double reverse and 3, puts it on the ground. The ball loose, and I think the Jags got it. First play, and they do. How about the turnover right off the bat? So Toros risk about 3 different exchanges in the backfield on the trick play, and it bites them as Brody Bell, number 5 there, to field it. Everybody in tight, and Darren Brown's just going to sneak it up the middle to start and gets about 3 maybe on it, maybe 2 we'll call it. Key players for this Jag offense, look for number 1 Darren Brown, as he is arguably the best athlete in the league. And he's going to shovel one over to Brody. Brody up the right side, steps in front of the first tackle and taken down at the 45. He got about 3 more on that one. It'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. A 3rd and 6 situation. Brody the lone man, strength to the right side for the Jags. Darren gonna follow blockers, race around. Now he's gonna have to reverse field. 0 trying to get him, wraps him up, and Darren goes the other way. And he's got a little room. Darren puts him foot in the ground and tackled at the boundary after the first down. He's got about 15 on the play down to the 30-yard line. The Jags moving.
Hold your box, Jag, let's go!
Darren probably a bit gassed after that long run, as he had a lot of horizontal in there as well. So maybe we'll see a dose of Brody here. And it is off tackle, and the tackle pretty quick, but Brody falls forward for about 1.5 yards. If you can keep the ball away from the defense and just have a methodical drive, use, say, 2 or 3 downs every time to get your first, you can really have an advantage. Teo going to try his turn. 17 trying to slip tackles and got maybe another 2 out of it. So the Toros showing they can really tackle in open space. Jags move strength to the wide side of the field, which is the left side. They've got a lot of wind behind them, and Darren's just going to try to keep this one. A good block there by Brody. Darren trying to get the edge. And falls down about the 25, so he only got about 3 after a lot of sideways running. It'll be a 4th down coming. About a 30-yard drive being put together here so far, but 4th down, got to convert to keep it alive. Strength to the right side. Darren under center. Hand off to Brody, and the defensive line collapses on him. Number 22 responsible for that one, and the first turnover on downs occurring here. So the Toros turned one over on a pit or a double reverse, and the Jags turned one over on downs. So a long field here for the Toros as they'll try their second outing. 3:20 in the first quarter, running clock, same formation as the first play for the Toros. Handoff coming this side, looking for the wide side. 20 cuts inside, and Brody Bell couldn't finish him. 20 still moving, and now the tackle made at the 40, so it's a big first down. Sarn in the corner, turned him in, but nobody there to clean up on the scrape. Pickup of about 15 on the little end around give. They've got the wide side to the far side. They may try that way, and they will. Number 3, and he's trying to find a seam. Got one in Carlos up top, and Teo down low. 2nd and 8, a minute 50 in the first. And the ball spotted in the very center of the field here for the 2nd down. Dive play, the right side. Sarin there, and couldn't wrap him up, but held him up enough. And then 22 gets struck. That's Noah, the defensive end, I think. And he's got to play a little lower. Tackle, though, made. And maybe a pickup of 2. Lots of first contact by the Jag defenders, but giving up a lot of yards after that contact on most of these plays. Here comes 20 around the far side, and he's looking for the edge, and Teo knocks him down. How about 17 coming from the outside backer and lays the wood, and may have shaken him up a bit. 4th and 4, first 4th down for the Toros, and the clock at 15 seconds, so likely the last play of the first quarter if they even get it off. A little motion from 20, coming to the right side. Noah in there, Brody low, and Darren finishes him. And it's a turnover on downs, back for the Toros, or back for the Jags rather, as Darren cleans that one up. So the play run before the chain set caught us all off guard. I think it was a dive play as I was watching the far side, so they'll get a couple out of that. I think that was Brody carrying it. So into the wind go the Jags here for quarter number 2. 2nd down, pro set this time. Grady, the tight end to the right side. Sarin split out. Fake. Looking for Sarin. He's got him deep. Throws to Grady and it's dropped. Sarin and Grady both getting behind the defense on that pass play, and so Darren checks down to Grady. Just couldn't connect it into his hands. So here comes 3rd down. 8:28 in the first half. Teo and Brody both in the backfield. Darren just going to sneak it up the middle, but never could get going as the pile collapsed and forward. He might have got a yard out of it. So here comes 4th down from the 40. Teo moves up, and Brody alone in the backfield. So strength here to the right side. Got to get 6. Darren moves to his right. Trying to get past him. He's got the edge. There goes Darren. Stays in bounds. Down the sideline. And they won't catch him. Darren Brown to the house, and the first score belongs to the Jags. Number 1 has 6. Quite possibly the first time the Toros have even trailed at all this season. They, of course, jumped out 16-0 on the Jags in week 1 the first time they played. Dive play, Teo, and he won't get there. Stuffed in the line, no good. We'll stick at 6. So Colby tees it up. Truckee, a late arrival to the far side, and he'll contain that edge. The rest of the Jags need to spread out a little bit, and Coach Raul going to help out with that. Here comes Colby into the wind. This ball's going to squib to the right side. Caught again by 17, 2nd time today, and he's moving to his right side, and he's got a little space, and now tackled just as he crosses the 40. So 2 times, 17's picked it out of the air and been successful on the return, and the Jags may need to adjust that in the second half. Jags trying to make sure they get everybody in the game, and a little confusion on who's in at this time. Here comes 1st down with really good field position for the Toros and a win behind their back. 0, dive play, 21, right edge, and tackled by Noah, the defensive end. 2nd and 6 after the 4-yard pickup. Spot the 32-yard line going in. 0. Under center, and looks like they took off early, maybe 3. Coming around the left side, Brody with a good open field tackle. Number 5 showing his stuff on the edge. Adriel checks back in at the defensive tackle spot for Raiden after that 2-yard drop for loss by Brody. Here comes the same formation from the left side hash this time, 3rd and 8. 20, going to get it around the right edge, and he's got some room, and steps through the first. No, I thought he stepped through Brody's tackle, but didn't. And then a timeout taken by the Toros with 2:20 in the first half. So 4th down from the 36, 2:20 in the first half. Toros trying to respond. In the gun this time is 0. Drops back to pass, lets this one go, and in and out of his hands. He was looking for, I think, number 89, that tall target, and he's an athlete. In fact, sometimes he lines up in the backfield, but a little tall for him. He may have gotten behind the defense, and it would have been a big play, but as it stands, the Jags have it back with just, well, at the 2-minute mark here for the break.
Come on, defense!
About 70 yards to go here for the Jags to try to strike a second shot in 2 minutes. Strength is to the right side. Darren under center. Moving to his right side. Handoff to Soren. Oh, he's upended. And a good tackle by 89. He was the intended target on that last one, and it's a big TFL. Second and about 18 now. Clock moving. And 2 in the backfield for the Jags. The pro set look. Strength to the right side, in the center of the field is the spot. Darren trying to give it to Brody. The ball's loose on the ground. And it's still loose, and I think the Toros got it. And how about the field position? There was confusion from the word go in the backfield. Darren looking like he wanted to hand it, maybe on a counter, but nobody there. And then Brody trying to grab it from him, and it hits the deck, and the Toros set up nicely to equalize. Momentum trying to shift here for the Toros. 1:06 in the half. Spot the 11-yard line. Give 89, moving to the left side. And he's got a little room. Scripts the first tackle. Darren takes him down just shy of the goal line. But it's a first down. They got enough to move the stick, so a first and goal coming. So Toros, knowing they had to work quick against the clock, and the Jags decide to take a timeout to make sure they can get set and see if they can't defend a 1-yard play. Turnovers at any level of football can prove deadly, and the Jags are going to try to make sure that last one doesn't do the case here. Here comes Zero, handoff, right side 21, and falls across, and the equalizer on a 6-6 ball game. PAT coming. All important 2-point try here, especially in a game this close. 21 lines up in the backfield behind Zero. 20 the wing back to the left side, 89 to the right side. It's going to be 20, moving to his right. Got some room and bumped, but not wrapped up. And it counts, and they take a 2-point lead.
And the Toros go on top.
So if my prediction is correct, I would think this ball will probably fall to the second line. That's how they kicked it on the first time we played. 34 seconds in the first half remaining. 77, sticks this one deep, and it goes right to Grady. Grady trying to move to his left side, and wrapped up by the first man down at the 45, and 28 seconds on the clock here in the half. Strength to the right side for the Jags here on their 45-yard line with 28 seconds to work. Brody in the backfield. Darren gonna keep it. Zero trying to get him, and he's found by the backside as Zero did his job to turn him in. 8 seconds, and the Jags use the wide side as the strength side. Darren rolling out. One to keep it all the way, and he goes out of bounds. And will they stop the clock with the boundary? No, they won't. Yeah, they might. They're going to run one more play, it looks like. A face mask call, 88, grabbing Darren. And Darren trying the left side. Naked side, 17, trying to get him. Darren stays in bounds, has the first, but the clock expires, and that's how it'll end. 8-6 at the break. Toros with a nice response. We'll see you on the other side. Start of half number 2 and number 77 to do the kicking duties for the Toros. The last time, a line drive kick right to Grady Hale. And this one going to go just over his head. Brody going to try to get it. It's kicked around, and Brody did not get it. The Toros recovered it, and a big turnover to start this second half with a short field for New Braunfels. And this Toro team's good enough that the Jags can't afford to have giveaways. I bet if you were to take a sample size of all the kickoffs in 8U football this year, about 50% go to the kicking team just by the nature of these youngsters. Here comes first down from the 40 going in, and a flag thrown. And a delay of game against the offense. I don't ever see a delay of game. There is no play clock except subjectively. And so somehow that's the case. A 1st and 15 to start. Handoff, 89, right side, shakes the tackles, and finally tackled by Mateo, but he went through 3 or 4 different Jag players as they're all tackling high, and tackles are made down low. Just a simple dive play up the middle, and in the blue shoes is 89 in the backfield again. And 3 moves early, but they don't get it. 89, a good stick that time by Brody, and keeps the first down from happening.
Let's go,
89 carried off the field and over on the bench with his leg up on the bench. 23 checks in the game for him, and they move 21 to the backfield. Here comes 3rd and short from the left side hash. On the give around, 20, and he's got room to get it. He's picked up the first down and then taken down by Jamel at the 20, but not before a first down picked up. 21 in the backfield, first down. Jags showing blitz. 0, running around the left side. Truckee in a foul called there. They might have got him for a hold. He'll score, but this will come back. And so it's a 10-yard penalty at the spot. The far side official made a holding call with his hands, but it was actually a block in the back against Truckee, who was trailing. And so it moves them back from the spot. And the stick moving, they snap it, 3, a good kick out block, and they thought about throwing the flag, but he keeps it in his pocket in the backfield. The tackle made, but put back in the pocket is the backfield judge's yellow flag. It looks like, though he still has it in his fist. Would have to run the film back to see who was responsible for that last tackle to make this 2nd and long again. Teo, the injured Jag, but walks off under his own power. Here comes 2nd down and movement early, a false start, and the Toros will back up a bit more. So spot the 37-yard line, 28 yards to go for a first down. Replay 2nd here. And 20, coming around the edge. Sarin trying to get him, shaking off of him, and then back, and then Sarin and Brody, actually it was Brody down low, got him. He picked up about 3 after the long run. Pick up on the 2nd down play, good for 5. Here comes 3rd down and about 23 now. Same formation, 0, who showed some speed on that last one. 88's gonna get it, looking for the seam north and south, and stuck there on the edge, held up and taken down just shy of the 30, so he's got 3, and 4th down coming. 4th down coming, gotta get to the 11-yard line, spots the 31, 88 moves, and then here comes the double reverse. 20 move around the edge, and then a block there. Darren trying to get him, and Darren slips off of him. And they'll score, no flags, and it counts, and the Toros have 2 touchdowns. A really important extra point here, as a conversion makes this a 2-score game. And a long huddle operation. Toros come sprinting to the line. And 14-6 Toro advantage as it goes, and I'm not sure they got set before they snapped it, but they're going to let it count. 88 moving around the edge, and he'll walk in, and then there's a late flag thrown, but I'm not sure anybody was set before the ball was snapped. So as chance would have it, the missed false start call pays off, and that the hold is what happens, and it's a deeper penalty. So here comes the extra point try from behind the 10. 0, just going to keep it all the way. And turning back in, Brody Bell is there, hangs on and sticks him. And it's a 1-score game as we end the 3rd quarter and play the last. So a slippery football on that last kickoff for the Jag receiving team. Limits their chances on offense in that last quarter, so they'll try to do a better job this time. Kick. Off to the right side, caught in the air by Truckee. Truckee up the middle. Now looking to the outside and slung down as he crosses midfield. Start of quarter 4, and we're just inside Toros territory at the 47-yard line. Strength to the left side. Darren fakes it. Looking for Grady, throws it, but got hit as he threw it, or maybe never set his feet, and the pass short. 2nd down, and you got the feeling the Jags need to capitalize on this drive if they can. Strength to the right side. Darren cuts inside, and now back to the outside. Trying to get the corner turn from 88, and stays in bounds, puts a foot in the ground, and then a good tackle down low by 89, just shy of the line to gain. 3rd down and a yard, clock moving at 7.5 minutes. Strength to the right. Give is to Brody, up the middle. Brody back outside, and there goes Bell! And a good tackle made by 20, but Bell's got the first down inside the 30-yard line. Both offenses today showing they can move the ball on each other. I think each has sputtered just one time on turnover on downs. Here comes first down. Darren gonna keep it and runs into traffic. Number 8 was there to seal the edge, and the tackle made at the line of scrimmage.
Come on, defense!
2nd and 10, 5:47 on the clock. And a headwind for the Jags going this way. Darren's going to keep it. He's got Grady. Grady's caught it, and a good stick in the backfield, the secondary rather, but the completion made, and it's close to the line to gain. We'll see what he says. And it looks like he's not moving the sticks. It'll be second and short, maybe third and short. Third and a yard, just inside the 20. 5 minutes even on the clock. An 8-point game. Darren going to keep it again.
Get him!
Grayson trying to keep 21 off of him, makes that guy miss, and then tackled by the next. And so a good contain by the young man. He looks like he may be shaken up a bit. A sore time to lose 8 yards. It was 3rd and 1 and a loss of 8. And so it's 4th and 9 now. And you got the feeling that the game rides on this play. Darren, move to his right, he's got Soren. And they're corralled on the backside and taken down. And it's a turnover on downs as number 8 and 22 got into the backfield. Nathaniel checks in the game at the left side corner for Soren here as the Toros have the ball back on their 32-yard line. And it looks like, well, no, I thought that they moved fast. Zero, moving to the outside or on the right, and Darren runs him out of bounds. 240 and moving. Just inside Toro territory. Here comes first down with 89 in the backfield. And the give coming around this side, and then this time they do blow the whistle and say a false start. They've been doing that a couple times, and so I guess they catch him this time. The Jags took a timeout in front of the 2-minute warning, so they can use the 2-minute warning as another stop to try to get the ball back. First down, 2:06 on the clock. Handoff, 20, going around the far side, and he's got the edge there. Noah, or Jamel rather, somebody taking him down at the original line of scrimmage. Number 4, Zeus checks in the ball game at the far side corner for Nathaniel. 2nd and 10. 1:58 on the clock. 89 gets a whisper from the coach in the backfield. Might get the dive play here. It's been bread and butter for him all game. He's going to lead block. And 23 moving to the outside and found, and the ball comes free, and Darren scoops it up. Wow! Darren has a turnover pickup from the tackle, and the Jags have the ball back with 1 minute and 50 seconds. So first down after the turnover. As we mentioned earlier in the game, turnovers are deadly. Jags going to see if they can't make it good here. Darren under center. Opens up to his left. A good block by Brody. And then the throw to Soren and caught. He may have trapped it, but I don't think the referee saw it, and so they're going to call it a catch. So about 30 seconds of precious time ticking off here. And now a timeout taken. And so they got to take that timeout a lot sooner to capitalize on time. 2nd and 3, 52 seconds on the clock. Pro set left. Darren. Shovel pass to Brody. Brody bounces outside. 5. Down to the boundary. He's got the first down and out of bounds. And that will stop the clock. 43 seconds. Spot the 26-yard line. 43 seconds on the clock. Wide side, the right side. Darren moving to his right. And then a hold there. Brody is going to get caught. And Darren moving down the sideline, taken out of bounds, but this one's coming back, I think. 1st and 20 after the hold in the backfield. 35 seconds on the clock. Spot all the way back to the 36-yard line. Another, I thought it was a flag. Darren got company and taken down and loses 9. And they got to hurry and reset in a hurry because the clock's at 25 seconds. And they're getting set. Here comes second down with 16 seconds. And Teo was moving. Darren out of gas and found in the backfield. And I don't know if they have any timeouts left. And if not, that's the ball game. 4 seconds, that's how this one ends. And the Toros win the AU 2024 Super Bowl 14-6. And this was the same result of the first time they played, a 1-touchdown difference. The Toros finished the season 11-0, perfect. The Jags fall 9-2. There are only 2 losses to this team, but a fine season by the Toros as they finish runner-up. Darren Brown accumulated a lot of yards, as did Brody, and this team got better and better each week, blocking and tackling. And a lot of them will move up to the next level next year. Some will stay down. But regardless, we'll see you guys then.